Hey everyone, Gobotch here. Let's get after it, baby. We are here for our college football revamped rebuild dynasty with the Kansas Jayhawks. We've completed our first season, 9-4. We lost. Let's not talk about last episode. Let's not talk about what happened with Bama. We're looking to the future, brighter horizons, hopefully filled with Big 12 championships and hopefully get into the college football playoff as well. But we got our off-season video here today, probably my most anticipated. I love these episodes so much. They're so much fun. But let's jump into it. Again, if you like it, hit that thumbs up, comment down below. If you want to have your own recruit in our recruit pool to be on the team in the future, hit that join button, become a member as a rookie or a veteran to have your own recruit. But let's look at some of the positions that have changed in the coaching carousel, ladies and gentlemen. So first and foremost, let's talk about some extensions to USC, LSU extensions. New head coach from Ohio State. The offensive coordinator from Ohio State is heading to North Carolina for a head coaching job, where he left a 13-1 Ohio State's now an 11-3 team. North Carolina, solid team. Well done, good for him. Anything else that's new? Cincinnati, the head coach for Cincinnati, who went 12-1, left that job to go to the Big Ten into Penn State, which is a lot of history there. A 4-8 team. I'm interested to see how that plays out there. Western Kentucky lost their head coach, who they went 12-1. He's now moving up to the ACC to go to the Miami University. Very nice for him. Cincinnati, again, with their head coach gone, went out to Penn State. Oklahoma. What can't even talk? Alabama. Their offensive coordinator is now getting a head coaching gig in Cincinnati. Great for him. So looking at some other things. Georgia's offensive coordinator now going to be the head coach in the Pac-12 of Colorado. The defensive coordinator for Georgia, so they lost both coordinators. Georgia did. Defensive coordinator for Georgia, now heading to Georgia Tech to be the head coach there. And then we got a bunch of others as well. But we're staying put here in Kansas. Let's get into the players leaving tab. This is always a very interesting thing. We are not probably going to have anybody I foresee going to the NFL draft. But, I digress. We'll see. So there you see some of the big jobs in terms of how this affects the Big 12. Let's take a look-see here. So Big 12 head coaches, Gundy got an extension. TCU's Patterson got an extension. Texas Tech and West Virginia lost their head coaches. They were fired. So very interesting to see there. So some new coaches coming in. Very intriguing. Texas Tech's new coach is now Thomas, and West Virginia's new coach is Arroyo. So welcome to the Big 12. We'll be taking you on shortly. Let's look at players leaving. Who do we have leaving the squad? Let's jump into it. So players leaving, we have a transfer. Stephen McBride, who is one of our depth guys that came off the bench for us. He is transferring to Southern Miss because he wants playing time. There's nothing I can really do about it. So let's see some promises we can make. We'll just tell him right now. He'll play. He'll probably play in every single game. So I'll just tell him that we'll play in 9 or more games. Okay, so he's gonna talk to his folks. We'll see. We'll say also make 25 catches. Okay. I got much to learn, but my goal is to start the season opener. So we got McBride staying. That's nice to see. We are losing though. A lot of big guys. So looking at this, the graduation we are getting here, Lassiter's gone, as is Wilson, Johnson, Thomas Jr. A lot of big pieces on this defense are gone. We're going to see what this team's like next year. I mean, we're losing a ton of starters. Deneen gone. I mean, we've lost our middle linebacker, our left outside backer, our left ends, both of them, our defensive end, our right end, both defensive tackles. Our defense is getting gutted. Webb out of there. Clark. We're losing some offensive linemen as well. In terms of offense, we're losing a Kendrick, who was a hero in one of those comeback games we had. He's gone. We're not losing anybody else really other than McBride, who's staying. Lassiter will be heading out, graduating. So offensively, we're losing some offensive linemen. But really where we got gutted was our left ends all graduated, our right ends graduated, defensive tackles all graduating, left outside backer graduating, middle linebacker Deneen, an All-American. That's going to hurt trying to replace him. Webb graduating, Thomas Jr., who was clutch for us throughout the year, gone. And that's that. So a lot of pieces gone. Let's see if we get any transfer requests here. Do I want to export to Madden 25? That's hilarious. No. All right. So draft results, nothing for us. Are you shocked? No. Nobody went to the draft. Transfer requests? Well, dadgummit. Nobody wanted to come to the Jayhawk University here. Okay, fine then. Whatever. We'll do it the hard way. We'll go to recruiting. I was really hoping we'd get some guys from, like, you know, that weren't starting in other areas around and come in. It is what it is. Let's get to the recruiting here. So as you can see, as it is right now, top classes, we are in the top 50. We're at number 35. We have 21 total signees. But again, can't go after anybody that's more than a 3-star until the next actual season starts. So even in this off-season phase, we cannot go after 4 or 5 stars until second season, because we won the Big 12 and we made it to a bowl game. We can go after 4 or 5 stars from anywhere. We have full reign to do what we want. But here's the class we got. Let's see if there's anybody we can nab here on the board. Okay, on the board. Let's first and foremost take a look at what we got here. We got 10,000 points to spend. I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna mess around with this, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, see you in a bit. See you in a minute. All right, so we've gotten everything figured out here. In terms of we're still trying to go after a couple of these halfbacks. You know, we're pretty good there. We got Lachlan, we got Neil. I'm pretty set with those guys. But here's 2 guys I want to go after. All right, I want to get after these guys here. Tim Miller, really solid player from the looks of it. I hope we can get him in here. Locking in some points to him, see if we can. Another guy is CJ Underwood. He's a possession receiver, 58th in his position. Let's try to grab him as well. Those are the really 2 big guys. Everybody else is kind of more the same. There's a few offensive linemen we're going after. Nobody huge that we're trying to get again right now. But we're going to see what we can nab here. Let's just go ahead and get through it. And hopefully we get somebody on signing day. We'll see. We'll see. Again, only 3 stars. Hopefully some of these guys will be big gems and be 4-star or even better potential. I am anticipating there will be quite a few busts, but here we go. So we got some guys, it looks like here. Unfortunately, the 2 receivers we wanted have gone elsewhere. Navy and Army. Go figure. We did get Joe Francis, 65 overall middle linebacker, committed to the squad, as did Adam Thompson, Chaz Gross, and that's it. So we got a solid class overall. Signing day is upon us. Again, we don't have anything we can really do outside of this. As it stands, we are number 49 now in the country. You may ask, who's number 1? Well, you probably can guess. No, it's not Bama. Surprisingly, it's Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Florida State, LSU, Nebraska. Back up there doing the big things. Stanford doing a great job. Alabama's actually number 10 in the country in recruiting this year. Very shocked to see that. But we're not doing horribly. You know, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Okay, we got 18 3 stars, 6 4-star, or 3-star, or 2 stars, excuse me. Let's just get to the position changes. This is where things get real interesting and real fun for these guys, because now we can figure out where some of these guys may be better off. Specifically these athletes. We got a junior. This guy's the big guy we went and got. Chester Wilcox, he's a JUCO junior coming in from Hawthorne, California. Solid guy through and through. Let's see what he can go play. Right now, they're saying he's an 81 overall quarterback. Intriguing. 81 overall halfback as well. 82 overall receiver. Okay, that's actually the highest thus far. Defensively, he's doo-doo. Okay, so the question is now, do we need him for... So speed's 90. He's got 85 agility and acceleration. Breaking tackle at 72. Ball carrier vision 88 and elusiveness 86. Spin move, not bad. Carrying's at 91. His catching's 80. Spectacular catch 81. Route running and all. His throwing power at 91. Dude, his throwing accuracy's at 79. This dude is an absolute unit. I mean, looking at his throwing power and stuff right now, that is comparable. He's got better throwing power than any of our other quarterbacks and better throwing accuracy than any of our other quarterbacks. This guy may come in here and be the starting quarterback for the team next year. Chester Wilcox. Tremendous speed, and he'd be able to run the option offense for us, but then he can sling it compared to these other guys. I'm actually going to put him at quarterback right now. I know they say he's a better receiver, but he's just going to be a versatile tool for us. I'm going to play him there. And then we got Mike Payne, 6'2", 235. He's a plus 10 overall from where we scouted him. 75 overall was his best. They're looking like he's going to be offensive lineman, 78 overall. 80 overall center right now. 6'2", 235. Center, interesting. Defensively, defensive tackle looks like it may be the way to go for him. Let's look at some of this stuff. He's got 81 speed. How is his tackling and everything though? So let's see here. So his tackling's at 85, hit power is 79, power move 78, block shedding 78, man coverage. So he's gonna be on the line somewhere. Pass blocking and run blocking are incredible. This is a guy that can definitely play on the line for me. But if I do that, where do we want him on the line? So we got 68 overall, 71 overall, 88 overall center right now that he's not gonna play over. Right guard here. Defensive line is where another spot he can go play. Left end, right end, defensive tackle. Ooh, that's tricky. That's very interesting. So this is a guy that could definitely go help us immediately on the offensive line. Immediately he can go help us on the O-line and be our starting left tackle. Because again, our left tackle situation is not very good to say the least. Not very good at all. Left guard, not much better. Center, he's not going to start over him right now. Okay. And then defensively, he could go start right now at left end. That's interesting. I really got to think about this one for a second here. So he can go right now, start 78 overall at left tackle where he'd start, or on defense, go put him and let him be a left end start right now for us on defense. I think we're hurting right now on that left tackle could be a really bad situation. I'm going to start him there. I'm going to start him there. We're going to see how that goes. So we got our new starting quarterback. He's 81 overall. Chester Wilcox, welcome to the squad. He is going to be a starting quarterback for us this next season, which means for me now, we could maybe move one of these other guys around. No, he's not going to be able to go play anywhere else. Bean, you're not going to be able to play anywhere else either. We got these other freshmen. We got a ton of quarterbacks. Looking at the sophomore class here, can you go play anywhere else for me? Probably not on defense either. No. Got a lot of guys there. Receivers, not going to have much movement there. I do want to see if one of these receivers maybe is good enough or big enough to go play tight end, potentially. 6'4", 220, sophomore. Could you be a better tight end for me? No, 56. You can't block, can you? That's unfortunate. I was trying to see what we got at tight end, but, you know, we got some guys, Cardell Huggins and Fairchild. We're going to leave it as is. We're going to leave everybody as they are. Do you want to keep your changes? Yes. So with this, big changes already. New starting QB, potentially, with Chester Wilcox. I'm very excited about that. Training results, this is major. And look at that, man. Wow, let's go position by position here. Daniels now, he's going to be able to have a QB battle. 81 overall, he went +5. His speed went up 1. His awareness +6. Where's his throwing stuff though? That's what I really want to know. His throwing power and accuracy not gonna be enough. That's not gonna be enough for him to start for me. I don't think. I know he did a lot for us, but I'm not gonna do that. So here we go. Daniel Hishaw Jr. We redshirted him this last season. +7, 81 overall. Good enough right now to be our starting one for running back potentially. The backup maybe will be the phenomenal, who was a great freshman for us. Did a really good job, Neil. And then you got Lachlan and Pesic Hickson behind him. So we got 4 backs that really we could work with there. But I'm probably going to look at maybe getting these 3 in the fold in various formations and letting them share touches this year. Let me know what you think about that below in the comments. Looking at receiver, here's what we got, man. We got Grimm, Wilson and Grimm went up to 81 overall each. Arnold up to 79. McBride, who we got to come back, up to 79. Golightly is 76. And Magic Rector is 72. All our tight ends are over 81 overall. That's awesome. We got a lot of depth there at tight end position this year. Left tackles up to 73 and 72. Warner down up to 75. Nowitzki 94 overall, the highest overall guy on our team at our center. Gunhard at 74 overall for right guard. Ford Jr. 76, along with Kebeldul. That's a sophomore battle to keep an eye on for right tackle. Left ends, nobody there. Right ends, 83 overall. Stephen Parker, the junior, will be starting. Caleb Sampson, an 82 overall senior defensive tackle. Miller up to 80 overall. Here's where things get interesting. We got to replace Deneen. At middle linebacker, we got Gavin Potter, and Cornell Wheeler, who went up. And we got 3 guys that are really battling for position there: a junior, sophomore, and senior. Right outside backle, we got Taiwan Berryhill, going to be the starting guy out there for us. Mayberry and Bryant, the top 2 guys there. We got Dotson, Gaines, Dabney, and Wilson all as well. Lewis and Burrows. And then we got Logan Jr., the senior, 87 overall. Very happy to see him there. Borsilla there, and Vernon as well. So solid group there doing their thing. I'm very happy to see that. Going right now, we got to go to our cut players. And this is where we got to hurt some feelings, man. This is where we got to hurt some feelings, unfortunately. You know, it's just a matter of we got to cut 6 guys. Okay, we don't need all these quarterbacks. We got a ton of QBs. Dustin Bennett, he's a 66 overall QB, 80 overall speed. Not enough. It's not enough. You don't make the cut, my man. So behind him, we got Easters, Hawley, Bean, Daniels, and Wilcox. This is going to be the battle we're going to be watching here. But right now, I know this awareness trait right there. You see the awareness? 88 awareness to Wilcox's 61. That's going to be the big discrepancy. We're going to have to determine, do we want to overcome that? Because we know we can move him to a halfback and he'd do solid. We know we can move him over to receiver and he'd do a great job there as well. But the throwing power at 91, the throwing accuracy +4 at 79. That right there tells me he's got the chops to throw it, but can he make the right decisions? The awareness at 61, that's something to keep an eye on there currently. We'll keep an eye on that. Okay, looking at halfbacks, Chavis, he's a speed back, 85 overall. That's not very good in my opinion. You're gone. 67 overall. I don't want it. The fullback, sorry, we never use fullbacks. I like to cut them, but they won't let me. Looking at our receiving core, 58 overall, not going to cut it. We'll keep this guy here just because next year we'll need some extra depth because we're going to potentially, we'll see. We'll leave him as is right now. Looking down elsewhere, we got a 63 overall bust, -6 is Goddard, but we're going to keep him for depth. Another freshman here. We're going to keep all these guys for depth for next year. Let's move to the defensive side. We need these left ends. We got Lane and Lewis, just not very good. Man, Morgan, you're not cutting it either, my man. So we got some guys that were just straight up busts. This guy here, don't need him. Get him out of here. All right, 67 overall freshman. We're gonna keep him just because we need that depth down the line. Cornerbacks, 60 overall. That's gonna be it, man. And then after that, we're gonna keep everybody as is. So we didn't get any stud. You know, we got a couple really good guys overall, but it is what it is. It's a solid recruiting class that will add depth to us. But this next season is going to be crucial for this Kansas Jayhawk team because we want to see if we have the chops to repeat as Big 12 champs, and not only that, but you know, just find a way to do some things. So right now, as you can see, nothing new in the Big 12 right now. We do know that Oklahoma, and who else was it? Oklahoma and Texas, yes, will be moving out into the SEC. We're going to say that for next season. So let me know what are some replacement teams potentially we'll see move into the Big 12 from some of these other conferences. We will realign that, you know, prior to what we're seeing there. So nothing new there. Let's get to the preseason now, where we will build out our schedule. And I took some feedback. I listened to a couple of you guys that were wanting to see certain matchups, and I want this non-conference to be tough and difficult. But we're gonna have to see what we can do there. So let's first start with the red shirting business. We don't have anybody we can red shirt currently right now, other than Wilcox and Daniels. That's the QB battle we're keeping an eye on right now between these two guys. And right now, for me, I'm gonna let this one play out. I'm not gonna red shirt either of these two fellas. I want them to battle it out, and we're gonna see who earns it through the season here. Now, here's the other battle we have here. I'm not gonna hit red shirt Neil either. I'm gonna have him split time with Hishaw Jr. and Lachlan. That guy can just, you know, do whatever. We're gonna red shirt Robinson, let him get a year to develop a little bit. Maybe he'll be ready for year 2. McBride, who we got to come back, he is a guy that will play, but we're not gonna red shirt any remaining guys here. We got a senior Fairchild that could be redshirted, but it'd be a waste for him anyways because Huggins will always take over for him. We will go ahead and redshirt Stearns, that sophomore, and let him be, you know, an extra depth, extra year. Well, you need that down the line. Goddard will go ahead and redshirt as well. We're going to go ahead and redshirt Ferguson. Just trying to redshirt a couple of these freshmen that just aren't going to see the field at all for us. Speaking of which, we're going to redshirt Wright. We're going to redshirt Francis. Berryhill, we're not going to. We're going to keep him playing. We're going to redshirt both of these two freshmen down here, Nicholson and Gross, as well as Inman and Johnson. We'll go ahead and do that. So there we go. So we got our red shirts all taken care of now. Now let's go ahead and I'm going to quickly go through here and we're going to go custom schedules. Let's see what the base schedule is. So as it is right now, open week 1, then FCS Southeast, then Duke, then Texas. We start our conference opener, then at home against Central Michigan, open week. Then we got our rest of our conference season going through here, open in week 11, and we finish the season against 3 ranked teams back to back to back. We got home and home with Oklahoma State, Iowa State, and then at Baylor. So here's what I want to do. I don't like having FCS. I like playing week 1 first and foremost. So I'm going to go ahead and just set all these. We're going to go week 1. I want to play somebody. And a lot of you were wanting me to play somebody that would be a challenging team from a different conference. You know, that would be challenging. And you know what? I think that's a viable thing. We can go up against a top 5 team and them. It's interesting. Week 1, there's not a lot of guys I can play. Where is it? I'm hoping week 2, maybe they got availability. I'm looking to see if we can play. There they are, Michigan. That's one that one of you, a couple of you commented you want me to play Michigan. We're going to schedule them at Michigan on the road to kick off our season in week 2. It's going to be a tough task, but something I think could be a lot of fun. We're going to go ahead and change our open date there as well. Week 1, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to welcome in a team that beat us in the... Now, do I want to do Bama? I was thinking Bama. But you know what? I'm thinking better about it. And I kind of want to take on a tough team in the Pac-12 potentially, maybe. So we already have we already have a Big 12. A Big 12. Well, you know what? Let's go ACC challenge. Let's go Clemson. At home against Clemson. We'll do that. And then we got Central Michigan's our last non-conference date. We're going to set that to be somebody else, though. Again, I don't want to have any gimmies. I want every game for us to have to fight and battle. I want the toughest schedule we can. We already have an ACC squad. We already have a team against the Pac-12, right? So we got ACC. No, we got ACC and Big 10. All right, that's going to be interesting. Let's look at the other bye week we have here in week 11. Let's see if we can find an SEC team potentially. No, there's nobody. Okay. Week 6, is there any availability from an SEC squad? That's actually worth it. Garbage. Let's see. Because that'd be back-to-back bye weeks, and I really don't want that. Auburn could be a fun one. It's a ranked team in Auburn. We got Pitt as well. We're going to go ahead and go with Auburn, I think. I want an SEC team on the schedule. And we will have... You know what? We'll make it even tougher. We'll go at Auburn. You know what? No, we're not. We're going to go home because we're about to have 4 straight road games on the road in conference there. We want to have some home games in there because right now we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 home games and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 road games. That's perfect. I think that's a solid schedule, y'all. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Starting the year at home against Clemson. At Michigan in week 2, bye week. Then we got an opener against Texas in the Big 12. Then we go back. We stay home. We got Auburn at home. Then bye week. And then we got our conference season to go through. I think that's a fun schedule. I think that's a lot of fun. There's a lot of good games on there. It should be interesting. Let me know what you think down below in the comments section. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the recruiting board set up. And then we'll jump in and we'll see what the rankings look like to start preseason for year 2 of our Kansas Jayhawk Dynasty. All right, we went through the recruiting board, and I'm just going to quickly show you guys some of the targets we're going after here. So we've got a lot. We're looking at another quarterback here. He's a 3-star. See if we can get him. Here's where we get interesting. We can go after 4 and 5 stars now. So we're gonna try. We got Ricky Moore, 5-star halfback. We got several 3, 4-star, and 5-star receivers. We are all in the mix trying to go after. We can see them right here as I go down the list. There's a 4-star tight end, a 4-star tackle, 2 3-star, or there's a 4-star guard that we could try to go grab. Got several centers because we got to fill Nowitzki's spot next year. It'll be a big spot to fill. 3-star defensive or 4-star defensive end. We got several defensive tackles, including a 4-star defensive tackle in Joe Robinson, 4-star outside linebacker and Isaac Ransom, which would be an awesome guy to get because his last name is fantastic for football. Several 4-star, 3-star middle linebackers, several 4-star corners that we're trying to grab here as well. A 4-star safety, another 4-star. That's a 5-star safety in Castillo, and then a 3-star in Branch. And then we got lots of good guys here. We got a 4-star athlete, another 4-star athlete, a 5-star athlete, another 4-star athlete, and a 5-star athlete. Tons of guys that we're trying to grab and look at. We'll see if we can get any of them potentially in year 2. Again, next episode, we're going to take on number 3 team of the country, Clemson. As it stands right now, here are the preseason polls to get started in year 2 of our dynasty here at Kansas. And here's number 1. You got Georgia, Alabama, Clemson, Florida, Ohio, Iowa State, USC, Michigan State, Arizona State, Texas, Oklahoma State, Pittsburgh, North Carolina, Utah, Cincinnati, Baylor, Wake Forest, UCLA, NC State, Coastal Carolina, Ole Miss, Auburn, Oklahoma, Oregon, and Iowa. As it stands for us right now, Kansas on the way out, we are number 42. So we're not too far away from trying to get back in, but we're a ways out. Conference outlook as it stands, we are projected to be the number 8 team in the conference out of 10. That disgusts me. We got to repeat. We got to show them what we can do. We, as an overall team, are 81 overall team, 81 offense, 82 defense. So we're better than we were last year, but we got a lot of work to do. Heisman watch as it stands, you got Kenneth Walker the third, Ely, White, Pace, and Henderson, all halfbacks, leading the way for the Heisman race. Preseason All-Americans. Do we have anybody on this list? I doubt it. But we do. We have Logan Jr. Safety will be first team All NCAA All-American. That's great to see. Any second team here as well. We got Berryhill and Dotson, second team All-Americans on defense. It's great to see. So we got a little bit of recognition early on. Hopefully we can back some of that up. So yes, next episode we begin season 2. I'm very excited to see what this team can accomplish in year 2. We got the quarterback battle we are keeping an eye on. There's no gimmies. There's no cupcakes on the schedule. At least, not non-conference especially. So who will it be that comes out on top as this team's starting quarterback? Is it going to be the JUCO transfer Chester Wilcox? Or will it be the guy that stepped up and took over, Jalen Daniels from last year? Or we'll see which of these two guys takes over the reins for us this year. We're also keeping an eye on the halfback situation to see if Hishaw Jr., Neal, or Lachlan, which of these 3 or 4 guys wants to step up and be the guy. We're going to have them splitting carries. Very excited about this team and what we can do. Comment down below and let me know what you think about this offseason. Comment your projection of what our win-loss record will be heading in to our second year here. If you're not sure what our overall season and our calendar and everything is, here is our calendar so you can see it on our way out. Look at the calendar there. Tell me right now, comment below, what will be our record in year 2? We went 9-4 last season, bowl game included. What will we do in year 2 with this Jayhawks Dynasty? Comment below, let me know. Keep it tuned here for all things Dynasty franchise content. If you want to see more from us in sports and franchise gaming content, that's basketball and baseball with MLB The Show and NBA 2K, subscribe over to Gobotch Plus, link down below in the description. But keep it tuned here for all things sports. Stay safe. God bless. Appreciate you guys. See you back here in the next one. Y'all take it easy.